Just when you thought it was safe to go out on your motorcycle, you get hit by a load of flying rubbish. Watch this video. Hello, welcome to RevelatorAlf. I hope you're all well. So, an article that was in the motorcycle press this last week suggesting that many bikers on the road are here in the UK are being hit by debris, rubbish, trash that is being thrown out of cars deliberately by the car drivers or their passengers, and trying to either, just hit motorcyclists or actually make them fall off, or use their vehicles as weapons against motorcycles in terms of their personal safety. And when I first read this, I thought, no, this can't be true. Surely not. Yes, of course, there's always going to be the odd indication, or the odd instance, I should say, but not on any kind of mass scale. But I believe they asked about 500 or 600 of the certain group's members as a road safety membership, I believe it was, or advanced rider membership, that's what it was. And they basically said, I think about half was saying, look, we've had lots of incidents here. So I did a bit more digging, and it seems to be that this is quite a thing. Now, not only here in the UK, but it happens in other parts of the world as well, where motorcyclists are targeted by drivers who, one, don't even know the law, somehow feel that the motorcyclists are doing something wrong when they're not, and then sometimes they think it's funny to try and attack somebody, either whether it's a cyclist or motorcyclist or even pedestrians, whilst they're in a car. And you think, well, what the hell is going on in society? Now, this is nothing new in that, people attack other people, of course. But on my other channel, I kind of talked about people's actions and the way people are doing things these days. And, they don't fear consequence, or they just think it's funny. And they have they're completely desensitized to, the implications of their actions as well. And it seems as if this is getting more and more. Now, for my part, when I'm riding around, I've got to say, I always tend to keep my distance from cars as much as possible, even if I'm filtering, lane splitting, but filtering, we call it here in the UK. I always tend to do it at a certain pace and make sure that the cars that I'm about to take over, they kind of know that I'm there as well. So you've always got to be one step ahead of that driver, let's say, who, one, doesn't see you, or does see you, and they want to make a point of not letting you pass, let's say. But we're getting incidents here now in the UK where drivers or car drivers are overtaking motorcyclists, then throwing things out of the window directly at them, or at the motorcycle as well, just trying to make the motorcyclists have a crash. I mean, this is just, this is outrageous behavior, but also it's criminal, because if that motorcyclist has an accident or falls off their motorcycle, then, you got a problem. But they're not even thinking about this. They're not even thinking about the personal safety. They're not even thinking about any implications. This is a kind of thing that is tending to happen. So how do you protect yourself? I mean, what do you do? I mean, there are so many things on the road anyway that people are doing that is not by intention. They're just, might be, just not very good drivers or riders or whatever it is. You got potholes in the road, you've got weather conditions to deal with, all these kinds of other things that could affect the stability of your ride, even the enjoyment of your ride, and certainly the safety of your ride. Then you've got these idiots in cars who just think it's really funny to do some stupid thing like that. And then when they're called up on their actions, it's always like, well, what have I done? What have I done? I haven't done anything wrong. You can't tell me what to do. And it's this kind of attitude, this behavior that we're seeing more and more in certain sections of the community, not only here in the UK, but in other parts of the world as well. I mean, I don't know what the answer is. I actually don't know what the answer is. The only thing I can say is to highlight it. The only thing I can think of saying is just be extra careful out there. Just watch what you do and give yourselves lots of space and lots of time away from other vehicles. If something looks a little bit dodgy, or drivers are driving erratically, or you think there's something not quite right about them, just make sure you keep your distance away from them as well. It's better to be away from in a situation than actually involved in it as well. Let's face it, it, a motorcyclist, cyclist, pedestrian is always going to come off worse against, a car or a truck or whatever it is. So just keep your distance away. An incident I saw literally this last week where a motorcyclist was filtering through traffic, and the passenger of the vehicle just opened the door right in front of their path to get out. Didn't even look, and obviously caused the bike to fall over as well. Luckily, there's no injuries. I don't think there's any substantial damage. We all got out of the car. But these kids these teenagers getting out the car, they were completely blasé to what they'd done. There was no idea. And they wanted to walk off as well. But what got me at the time, and the guy, the biker, asked me to be a witness, and this is a problem. You see, we were holding up traffic in this very narrow area, so I said, "Look, come around the corner, follow me with your bike and with the driver as well, and I'll be witness." But they never, they sort of disappeared. So I don't know what happened. But the driver of the car didn't do anything, just sat there. And I think, well, hold on a minute. You obviously do not understand the law. The law is that you, as the driver, you are responsible for the operation of that vehicle in a safe manner, but you're also responsible for what your passengers do as well. So because your passenger just opened up the car door and got out, you are responsible. So therefore, you are liable for what they do. They're liable as well, but you're liable as well. Now, I'm not saying in this situation that these, teenagers open the door on purpose in the path of a car, but I've seen that happen before as well. But it just goes to show that, you've always got to be so, so careful when you're riding your bike, especially in close proximity to other vehicles. Give yourself lots of time, lots of space. Give yourself that distance away from vehicle drivers and their passengers as well, because you never really know what they're going to do. Now, I gotta say, most situations, most times I go out on the road, never have an issue, never have a problem with any drivers. In fact, I've found in most cases, maybe it's the way I'm riding as well, that drivers, they kind of make way for me, and they seem to be okay with me. I've got no issues with that. But I'm also giving them a wide berth as well. I'm also making sure that when I'm overtaking, I'm looking at exits, looking at junctions, making sure that cars aren't going to pull out in front of me. But look, I can get caught out as well. I got caught out a few months ago where I pulled up to a junction, this car just pulled right across my path and knocked me off my bike as well. They completely didn't see me. They weren't expecting me to be there. And, regardless of what happened, they just did something completely out of what was expected, what they should have done. And they caught me out. We learn by our mistakes. But this kind of thing where people are doing things intentionally to hurt other people and other road users, well, I think we just got to highlight this. We've got to highlight this as much as possible. And anybody caught doing this, as far as I'm concerned, they should have the book thrown at them, and the driver should have their license taken away. They should be banned. They should, everything should be thrown at this person, because what they're doing is endangering people, innocent people. And that's what they should do. And it should be a long-standing punishment, not just fined, not just to temporarily have their license suspended, not just the passengers, have a small fine or a slap on the wrist. No, they should be penalised for the next 10, 15 years, 20 years, and say, no, what you've done is totally out of order. So therefore, because normal people don't do this, normal responsible people don't do this, you need to be made an example of. I'm fully in favour of this. You do something stupid and intentional, this is a key thing, intentional against somebody else, have the book thrown at you and fire, as far as I'm concerned. Let us know your thoughts in the comments below. If you know what to do here, just keep on watching the videos. Don't forget, you can go to the website, RevelatorAlf.com, the new look website, for all the links to my books, all the content that's there, and all the supporter access as well, and all the Harley Davidson motorcycle stuff that is still there as well. People keep on emailing me and say, where's all this motorcycle stuff? It's still there. You just got to go to the resources page for lots of extra information as well. But hopefully on the website now, it's lots have been taken away, lots have been simplified, and it is just a hub to everything that I do. So go check it out. Right, and with that, I'll catch you on the next video, whenever that is. Bye now.